Okay, I want to do a quick review on my Taro 680 hexacopter. It's been 8 or 9 months now since I've been flying it. And I'll start with the case. This is the poor man's case, or what I like to call it, the Walmart special. It's just one of those Tupperware bins you get that goes under the bed. Works pretty good though. And then I bought some hobby foam and put it in there. One thing, it wasn't cheap. It was still $70 when it was all said and done. Paying retail for this foam is expensive, so if you can ever get this foam cheap, you should probably get some. The case works perfectly. The only problem I've had with it is I was driving, I put it in the bed of my pickup truck and I drove on a warm sunny day, not super hot, but on a warm sunny day for less than an hour. I came home and the thing was so incredibly hot I could barely touch it. I actually thought I fried my GoPro camera. It was in here and everything was just sizzling hot. And I don't know, the truck liner in my bed is black, and this container is somewhat clear. I don't know if it was just the radiated heat or the fact that the quad's black, but I try not to even put it in the bed anymore. Otherwise than that, it's been a great case, and it beats the $400 price of a Pelican case. Okay, I was able to get 13-inch props on it, and you can see they just barely, you got about 3/4 of an inch of clearance there. And the 13 inches work a little bit better than the 12s. I put the LED lights on here. I spent a lot of time putting these on. Turns out, they raised the cool factor, a couple points. Everybody thinks it looks really cool, but completely unnecessary. I actually unplugged them and I don't even use them now. So the LED lights were really neat looking, but I don't even use them. I took them off. The next one I build, I won't even put LED lights on. I could see maybe putting one LED at the back of the quad, or at the back of the multi-rotor for reference, but that's it. I changed the configuration of the top deck multiple times. You see the battery tray runs front to rear, and it's offset to the rear. That's to offset the balance of the craft here. When you put the gimbal on, it wants to go forward, so I put the battery rearward and everything balances out a lot better. At one point I had it going right to left, and that didn't work very well for me. So, I've changed the configuration around here a few times. On the landing gear, first couple flights I had little hard landings and I snapped the gear right away. Okay, so I figured, well, I'll just get some really thick, strong carbon fiber tubes, which I did. So I got some really heavy walled stuff, put it on there, and sure enough, it stopped breaking landing gear. But at one point I had a really hard landing, and instead of the landing gear breaking, it transferred all the energy up and actually broke the bottom plate of the quad and the landing gear. So I learned my lesson there. I went back to the weaker walled Taro stuff, and I'd rather have the gear snap than actually transfer that energy up into the craft and break something more. That was like a total rebuild, having to do the bottom plate. It was like a major job. The only problem I've really had here is the arms. If you listen to this when I click this in, you just heard it there. I'm actually, the carbon fiber, it goes in the little clip. The arm goes into a little clip, and it clips in there, and it either compresses the tube or something, or maybe the tube had a crack in it from one of those hard landings I had, and it's starting to crack the carbon fiber tube. I have a couple of them on order. This one's really bad, and this one's just barely getting bad. The rest of them are fine. I think I might have got just a little split started, and then whenever I fold or unfold the arms, it kind of worked its way in and split. Now they're totally broken. The cool thing is, it's kind of like a piece of bamboo or fiberglass. You can't really break it. All you can do is just it completely splits lengthwise, but it will never break. Otherwise than that, I've been really happy with the overall characteristics and how well this thing flies. It's just great. I've highly recommend it. I'm getting ready to build a bigger one, but this one is is more than enough for what anybody should need, unless you want to do a heavy DSLR. Supposedly it'll take a mirrorless camera like the Sony Nex 7, although I haven't tried it with this one, but there's people out there flying them. So overall, it's a really great UAV. Okay, guys, thanks.